Welcome. In this video we will be discussing Veritas Vault, that is a VVA token on Binance blockchain, and it's paired with VVA against DAO, which DAO is equals to a US dollar. It's a stable coin. This token can be purchased at the PancakeSwap, as well as can be if you don't already have a sponsor, can be you can contact me and I can get you started and can be swapped through our private platform. Now, for rest of you that are already familiar with the VVA or been introduced by someone else, go and talk with them and ask them to help you get started. So I'll be talking about Veritas Vault here, and I'll be talking a little bit about the chart and things that's happening. So today is October 18th of 2025. It is 12:28, just 28 minutes right after the midday afternoon by New York time zone. And this project originally started at 38 cents. Right now, as we can see, we are right now working around $3. Yes, we did had a quite an exciting day. What was it? Thursday, which today is Saturday, and we had a huge volume of people coming in, coming out, and we had a volume of I believe about 180 or 190,000 dollars that day. So what I actually see this token. First of all, we have seen, as normal, token reaches to a certain point, people will sell, will reaches again to a certain point. Then here we kind of went sideways, and we can draw lines how we went sideways. Then right here we broke out, and that became a support, and we started creating a trend. Here we actually had a one trend where we actually came down to bounce back. Here we broke to, and then it became a resistance, and that resistance continued. Then we broke out, and we kind of flew down here, and then some panic started. Some people started selling, created a panic, which we 2 days ago broke down. We immediately bounced back, and we are around $3 right now, and kind of going forward. I'll explain some of these lines for you guys so you guys can understand. Here's another support that we had, which we broke through it, and right now we are bouncing, and it's becoming right now a resistance as well. Here's a kind of a short-term resistance, because I like to see what are possible. So we're gonna be creating here a period where we might be creating that W. So we have to break through this blue line, we have to break through this yellow line, we have to break through this green line, and this actually was new momentum that we had to start building out, that it got broke through, and we kind of see in the chart what happens. So you guys gonna say, Slavic, what happens next? Here's actually a couple possible things that can happen next. First of all, this can be the head, and right now this is the shoulder. So pretty much what we're going to see is, and we have another bounce to the fingers. At this point, literally the head and shoulder sample ends, and we start over, and we literally restart the whole new movement. That's a possible one. I am using a 4-hour chart, as that gives me a more of a future prediction than using a 15-minute chart or 5-minute chart or 1-minute chart, which gives you prediction for the next 30 minutes to next couple hours. So we most likely, if we have that head and shoulder, we will fall either to around $2.20. Possibly it might come down to $1.50, and then from there, we will start making a growth, and that will have another, pretty much like a new restart. And from there, we'll have a new restart going back up. That's possibility number one. Now, possibility number two. We continue to grow. We continue. We slowly grow, and we take off. That's a possibility number two, and this would be considered as a V style. But because we're having this right here, and I want actually guys to zoom it in, Most likely, this is less likely at this point if we continue going sideways for another 2 3 days. So, third outcome can be is something look like this where we create a W. So, we continue, we have this dip. Dip can be no lower than right here, or probably even right here, and then we take off and create this W right here that we can see right here. So three possible outcomes that we have, and two are most likely ones out of the three. First outcome, where we slowly and we take off. Most likely that takeoff probably going to happen. May take off probably on Monday when we're back with Mr. Allen and he gives us some good news. The other two outcomes is this. And that's actually most likely the outcome number two is what I'm actually suspecting probably the highest outcome. We have, some action. Probably by tomorrow morning, we have more people will take, some sales, and we might have couple guys that gonna panic, and they will create another small dip. That dip, can be worth 20, 30, 40 cents, and then from that dip by Monday night, we come to the period where Mr. Allen releases news and it takes off. The most least likely, which can be probably the second least likely, is the one where we actually calm down and then we have that new growth that we're gonna create, and that growth can be, you know, it varies, but that will shoot, and we might have small bounce back, but that will shoot for a while. Now, which one out of the three would I like to see the most? Yes, I would like to see this one where we take off. But like I said, that's the least likely one that's probably going to happen. This one right here also would be the one. But this one right here, and I want to actually talk about this is the one actually where we would reset our token. What exactly would this would actually do? This would actually get rid of. We had a one crash. This would have in second crash would get rid of those that still staying behind that should have not stayed behind for whatever reason. Maybe they listened to my speech on Thursday. Maybe to somebody else's speech. Maybe they just hear want to see what happens next. Maybe give it just one more chance. And when the second time that comes down, they will get out and they'll just put an X on this project. And that's the one probably the most majority of you that understand what I just said would say, you know what, we would all want this W. We would all want this one more bottom out, whatever the bottom out gonna be. Like I said, the lowest bottom out can be is at 150. And here's a part that I'll share with you guys. This bottom out, when it happens, here's actually two possible. Either it's gonna be last something like this, where it comes down and comes back up, or with the second one, it's gonna be it comes down, struggles a little, and then starts taking out. Which one out of those exactly at the bottom will be cannot predict because we are not fully established token yet on the market. See, when I'm talking about all of these are actually for fully established token companies that trade in the stock market and etc. etc. We are still new, so a lot of it, even though I'm still surprised, because most of the time when you have a new project like this, with it depends on the community, none of the charting does not do not go according to the charting that actually you learned with other tokens or with in stock market. By some price, how our community is so balanced between those that holders and those that actually just trading and pretty much and everything in between, even though this project is not designed to be traded like a regular trading other project out there like a stock market project and etc. So possible one outcome, possible second outcome, and possible third outcome. I would prefer this too, but most likely we're gonna see this one right here where we could have a small W, But we could have head and shoulders, and that shoulder could come down all the way down to $1.50. So let me actually draw that line, and that's most likely will will do this or will do immediately this. I don't know which one, but either one will take off, and we will go past $4. That's not a question. We will be a lot higher than $4, but these are the outcomes that are possible. So be prepared. When you are making decisions, also keep in mind not just about yourself, but also about the community, how that will impact the community as well. But be blessed and be smart and wise. Take care.